Hey, good afternoon. It is great to be with you today. I am Daphne Smith with Well Done Life. I am all about learning and growing, and I am way out here on a limb today with not only the Facebook Live because I'm trying a new setup, I'm also bringing on a featured female who just sent a text message to me. So let me see if I can get her on here right now. So pardon my fingers. I am looking for Patty Pittman. And let's see. I'm going to type her in. And let's see. Patty with a Y, which is to me unusual. But hey, my name is Daphne, so what can I say about that, right? I'm all into unusual names, so I just invited her, and I hope that she hops on soon because this is an extra special day. So yes, I'm excited to have Patty here, and I would love to share my screen with her. I think she just needs to accept my invitation. I know that Dawn is here and Dawn is watching, and we're just going to persevere. In fact, that is today's theme. It's kind of a two-part theme. It's on second chances and perseverance. And if you tuned in last month to February's featured female, today is going to have an extra special resonance with you, I hope. So while Patty's hopping on, and I'm going to invite her again because, like I said, we're all about second chances. And let's see right here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I think I needed to fix a control. Imagine that. I had control issues. For those of you who know me, you'll understand. I think that should do it, Patty. Excuse my fingers. Wow, they're kind of big when you get them up that close. Anyway, we'll get Patty on here and we will, there we go. Yeah, I've sent the request. And so Patty, there you go. Done. And let's see, that should go. It says you are invited. And I think I got rid of my control issues. So, well, my control issue on Facebook Live, sharing my screen. So I'm going to trust that I will see you soon. Here we go. I just got a request and I'm going to approve and boom. I think Patty is going to be here any second. So thanks to modern technology. There she is. Hey, Patty, how are you?
Good. This is exciting.
Good. You know what? I'm trying to be all professional with a special microphone, but I think that means I can't hear you. So hang on. Let me unplug. Right. Say
Can you
hello.
hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Woohoo.
All right. Good to have you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. I was letting everybody know that as someone who likes to grow and learn, I'm always out there on a limb, and especially today, trying some new technology. Like I said, that fancy little microphone, but then I couldn't hear you, so that didn't work. And I'm doing this hands-free with this gorilla grip thing. I don't know. So I look like I only have a head, but it was better than a lower shot. So we're just gonna roll with it because I know that's how you live life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've learned to roll with it, yet at the same time, I know you're very disciplined. And I want to talk a little bit about that in a few minutes. But first, the last couple times that I've done featured female, I have used my shout out opportunity to highlight that female. And it's not that I don't want to do that with you. I was thinking, however, I really want to give a shout out to the person who I believe is the reason I even met you. And so, oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm going to tear up. I want to give a shout out to Shay Knuckles because I'm going to bet you dollars for donuts, which is not a good bet for us, right? I'm going to bet that Shay is the reason I met you. And Shay, like you and like me, is all about equipping ourselves and empowering ourselves and encouraging ourselves, just really living a well done life. And so I just want to give a big shout out to Shay and say, Shay, thank you. And it's exciting to see all these people, Patty, who are chiming in. Can you see who's joining us live on your
I
screen?
can. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got Angela here and Dawn, and one of my personal mentors and publisher, Carrie Oberbrunner, is here. So, no pressure. Thanks for joining us, Carrie, and talk about a beast. He's a beast. When it comes to fitness, he's crushing it and in all aspects of life. So, Patty, today is about second chances and perseverance. And I kind of teased Facebook audience about that. And that's because you were my featured female last month, right?
Yes.
or you were supposed to be.
I was there. We were there.
You were there. I was in Chicago. I was trying, again, something new. Sometimes we try new things and they work, and sometimes we learn from them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
so I kind of interviewed Patty without Patty being here. And hey, Abby, thanks for joining us. And so for this month, I really did, as I always do, I pray, who God do people need to hear from this month? And I don't take that lightly, and I'm not just trying to throw around names or anything. I really want to make sure that I am encouraging people through my guests, and also that the person I'm bringing on really has a story, has some value to add, that really, while they're at a level probably higher than a lot of people watching, it's because they earned it. It's because they worked their way up there. And I was, a couple days ago thinking, who should I call on? And Patty, your name came to me, and I thought, oh my gosh, I let fear get in the way and insecurity. And I thought, I've already invited Patty once, and she was gracious enough to hop on, and I messed it up. And then I thought, you know what? I know Patty well enough that if she's available, she'll give me a second chance. And Patty's life right now, you are living some second chances, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So when I met you, it was a little over or close to 3 years ago, because I wanted to train for the Sandestin Marathon. And I had done a couple of half marathons before, but I wanted to go all the way, so to speak. I wanted to do the 26.2. And for those of you who don't know much yet about Patty, Patty is an iron woman. Can I say that? Is that such a thing? I mean, I know there's iron men.
Sure, you could say it. Yeah.
But I'm
Iron
gonna,
Man. Iron
yeah,
Woman.
yeah. I mean, because it shouldn't take anything away. I think it's like, whoa, she's an Iron Man, but like we're talking the big deal, right? I mean, the smaller ones are impressive. I couldn't do one. I haven't done one. You've gone all the way. Tell us about a couple of your Iron Man. I have a hard time saying that because you're just so wow. So tell us about a couple of your Iron Men.
Well, I've done 3. Let's see. My first one was in Florida, so I swam in an ocean with 3,000 people, which, if you know my background, that's a big deal. Mass swim, and then I've done Ironman Texas. So it's 140.6 miles in under 17 hours. And so I've done them around 12 hours. And then I did Ironman Louisville in the Ohio River, and I got pretty sick on that one, but I finished.
Girl, okay, first of all, y'all need to know, like, Patty didn't really know how to swim, right?
I was afraid of water. That is not even like I didn't know how to swim. It was like I didn't want to go in a hot tub. It was extreme.
So to go in an ocean with 3,000 people,
mm-hmm.
that took some courage. That took some guts. And
it was lots of work.
And lots of work. Exactly. Let's never forget that when you get these results, it's because work was put in. They don't just There's no magic wand for this. Um, Tell me, Patty, you, in addition to accomplishing and achieving your own Ironman accolades, you coach others as well.
Yes, now I coach. Yes. So, yeah. So now I work with triathletes and I teach other people how to swim and how to overcome that too, because I've been there and I knew what it was like, not knowing how to swim, not knowing how to accomplish goals that I wanted, and not knowing how to push past fears. So now that I've gone through it, I can guide other people through it too.
Yeah, but you're holding out. You've got a couple of like titles, right? As
Yeah.
far as USA and such. Come on, brag on yourself.
Well, I'm a USA Triathlon coach, level 1 coach, and well, 3-time Ironman. And I've done 6 or 7 half Ironmans, which is half the distance. So, and I have placed top 5 in 2 of those, which is a pretty big deal in my age group, not top 5 overall. Put that out there. So
She's like so modest, like
really,
only.
really hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think I share that because it's like if I can go from not being able to put my head underwater to being able to finish a triathlon, not only a triathlon, but an Ironman distance, and to place in my age group, I tell people anyone can get through this, can do what they want to do. Anyone can accomplish their goals in it.
Yeah. Yeah. And what I've heard is that, a lot of times, at least my husband, because he's a marathoner, he says, like your first time you just do it, then they do it a second time to make sure you can do it. And you've done it 3 times, and we're talking
3 times.
Ironman. So, wow. I mean, that's fantastic. Now, I want to touch a little bit on this whole second chances and perseverance theme, if you will. And this is nothing, y'all, that Patty hasn't shared on Facebook. So if it's on Facebook, right, it's pretty darn public. So I'm not gonna like throw her under the spotlight. It's uncomfortable.
I'm an open book.
She's an open book. So let's talk about your last name, because Pittman is still relatively new, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how long have you and Cliff been married?
Let's see here. Well, there's 2 different answers to that, I want to say.
Oh, maybe I am exposing something.
Married, October in 2016, but we joke around that we've been married longer because we're around each other 24/7. So
there you go. There you go. There you go.
Our marriage relationships like growing more, but yeah, so it's been just over, I guess, a year and a half.
Yeah.
Over a year and a half. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not too long.
And so Pittman, though, and Cliff, if you will, this is a second marriage for you.
Mm-hmm. For both of us.
I'm sorry, say again?
For both of us, too.
For both of you.
He was previously, yeah.
Okay. So, one of the things I say is that nobody ever gets married with the intention of getting unmarried, the day they say I do. But hey, life happens, right? And because of you, and you are a woman who has so much hope. I mean, if you ever wanted to like legally change your name to something, I'd go with hope. Okay, I'm just saying. Because your first marriage, we don't need to go into all the stuff. I know you're willing to share it, but it wasn't so good, and it didn't end so well, right? And
yeah, I was scared. It was a scary.
And you held on to that hope and really gave love a second chance. And because of you being open and having hope, you met Cliff. And now here you guys are, both in your second marriage. And I got to tell you guys, it would be easy to say they're a power couple because like they're both these super buff athletes. It goes beyond the surface. It truly, truly does. They are a power couple because they are in sync spiritually as well. Okay, so I am, for one, thankful that you and Cliff both were open to love and a second chance, because the example you two live and lead is something the world needs to see more and more of. So I'm so thankful for that. And I want to hit on perseverance a little bit. I mean, honestly, you and I could probably talk for hours on Facebook Live, but I know one of your little reasons or results of perseverance probably would not allow that. I think he'd get a little anxious and want his mommy. So part of your story also is that you'd had a miscarriage earlier in life, and female problems and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not trying to diminish them or minimize them in any way, because those who've dealt with it understand the pain and the reality of it. And yet, bigger plan for you. So tell us about a little special member of your family that you and Cliff created.
We have we have a 16-month-old little boy named Trek, and he's definitely my reminder every single day that God performs miracles, and there's always hope, even on darkest days and darkest times. He's just constantly reminding me of that because of my past difficulties and loss. Where I've been.
Yeah, and you guys, Trek is a hoot. He is, first of all, absolutely adorable. And secondly, I think it's a good thing that his mom is an Ironman, because
he's a little crazy.
This kid came out on the move.
Oh my goodness, yeah. He loves to run. He loves outside. We can't say the word or else he's like ready to go. So we go on hikes and he wants to go the whole time. So he's yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And then you guys also, because of Cliff's first marriage, you are a bonus mom. And so that is a whole nother level. So we're newlyweds, we've got a new baby, we've got some bonus kids. So really a family of 5 many days, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you gotta have perseverance.
All those Ironmans prepared me for for all of this, I tell you.
Exactly. And so this is gonna kind of put you on the spot. If you had to give a nugget of for and to anyone who is maybe faced with a bad day, they're like, I had some goals and I'm just beat up and I'm tired and I want to throw in the towel. What would you suggest to them? How would you encourage them to hold on to that hope? Maybe even share, like, what is your basis of hope? Where do you get your hope from?
Mm-hmm. Well, my hope is from the Lord. And I fully believe that God's carried me through over the years. And He is the reason that I've been able to persevere and endure on some of the hardest times in my life. He is my hope. And so really I would share that because I don't know how I would have made it through without knowing that the Lord was there with me. But as far as, beyond my faith too, just to anyone down in the moment, I would say that recognize that where you're at today and what you're going through at this moment is not going to be there all the time. And we feel like it is a lot of times when we're in that dark moment, when we're struggling. But recognize that tomorrow or next week or next month or next year, whatever it is, it's going to change. That's life. It's up and down. It's going to change. So hold on to that and know that this too shall pass. And it's things will get better. Things will change and shift. And my life definitely is a testimony of that. Yeah. And just to hold on to that hope that things are always changing in life.
Yeah, things are always changing. I know you spend a lot of time in the beach and around water, and if we kind of see our life as the shore, That's constantly shifting. It's never the same from day to day. So even though today may be what you think is your darkest, or it really is one of your darkest, there's always something that's going to be different in some way tomorrow. And to hold on to that hope. And I know for Patty, I'm going to make an assumption here that one of the ways that, especially recently in the last couple of years, that Patty has held on to her hope is because she's serving others. And Patty knows, right? This is more than about just you.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I heard a sermon years ago when I first started having to go through surgeries for my health and hormone treatments for all the issues I was having. I heard a surgery and it was titled "Don't Waste the Pain," and the pastor was talking about how when you're going through something, if you're keeping it all to yourself on it, basically God can't use what you're going through to help others. And so I remember thinking, okay, God, if I have to go through this, like if I'm going through this, there's got to be a reason for it. If I'm going through it, then show me the purpose in it and don't let me waste it, because it was a lot of suffering and a lot of pain, physical pain, just more than I'd experienced in an Ironman, physically hurting so much. And I thought, okay, I don't want to waste this. Like, what can I do? And that's where my mindset shifted to, I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to share with other women who are going through my same journey or going through pain and trials, that they can overcome and they can get through it too, because I'm able to. And that was really where I started to overcome my fear of water, started to overcome different fears I had, because I knew if I could get through the physical pain of other things, of sickness, that I could also, overcome bigger things. And so I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste the things I go through. I don't want to waste the hard times. I want to be able to get through it, not to say I did it, but so that people could see that God got me through it and he can get them through anything too.
Yeah, I love it, Patty. That is beautiful. Don't waste it. So I'll tell you what, if you're watching this Facebook Live, whether it's the live or the replay, I want you to type in the comments, don't waste it, because you have been given a second chance. And just like Patty shared, don't waste it. There's somebody out there who can be blessed by you sharing your struggle. And one of the kind of bigger picture things that Patty is working on and with and through, and part of the way she is serving others is through her business. And I'm going to, when this broadcast is over, because if not, I've got to get all like up in the camera and type, and my fingers look like giant trees when I do that. So I'm going to type a link to Patty's Facebook page. It's Pittman Fit. And I'm assuming it's you and Cliff, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we're together.
And so, so that's kind of why it's like, how long you've been married. They kind of get like double credit, I think, because you are together 24/7. Bless your hearts, both of you.
We work together, we do everything, yeah.
It's part of that perseverance. Just kidding, love you, Cliff. Anyway, I don't even know what time it is because I can't see with this setup, but let me look. Oh my gosh, we've been on way longer than I promised Patty, and I'm gonna let her get back to Trek and all those she serves, because in Patty's business, she's literally serving hundreds of people who are serving hundreds of people. So thousands of people are waiting, Patty, for me to let you go. And so I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for giving me the grace and helping me talk about second chances. And you have certainly, you bet. I've learned about perseverance. I still remember the day I did 17 miles, and I had you in my head, and I had you every step of the way. So thank you for that. And I'm going to add Patty's contact information to the comments below. I want to thank all of you for joining us today. Spread the word, share about Patty, and remember, You've got a second chance. Don't waste it. Live today and every day as a well done life. Patty, thank you. Bye for now. Everyone else, have a great day. Bye.